What a bounce back day for the stock market, guys. Holy crap. It's currently about 3:45 p.m. on the East Coast, and we have all of the indexes pretty much over 2%, as we have the NASDAQ 100 over 3%, which is unbelievable, and the VIX is down 5.5%, as we have gold down over 1% and silver down more like 1.5%. So we have to break down the markets in this video, go over the S&P 500, the NASDAQ. We're going to talk a little bit about oil, and we have to go over 7 stocks that I'm looking at here as we're wrapping up October and heading into the month of November of 2022. So if you all find value, hit that like button, feel free to subscribe, and let's dive into the video. So like I said, it's about 3:45. Now it's more like 3:50. So we do have a little bit of action left here in the day, but overall it's been a crazy day. Like I said, green all across the board. We've been rallying pretty much all day, and of course here in Power Hour as well. It's looking good. And what I'm noticing here on SPY, if I go back to the 4-hour chart, that was the intraday chart. This is the 4-hour. If I zoom in a little bit, what you can see is we filled the gap on SPY from about 380 to now 390. And another thing worth mentioning is we actually took the highs out, not only from yesterday being Thursday, but also the day before that, Wednesday, which those highs were, I think, right around 387.50. So we took the high out from pretty much this whole week, but we're not quite yet out of 390, which is going to be a big spot heading into next week, guys. 390, I've been mentioning this on the channel, but I'll say it again. That was the high from the middle towards the end of September. You guys see that? And shortly after that, we dumped all the way down to about 348. But now we're above the moving averages on the 4-hour chart here. We have a golden cross. If we take 390 out, what I'm thinking is we could see upside towards 400, maybe even higher. So keep that in mind here on SPY. And for Triple Q, let's pull it up. As you guys know, this tracks the NASDAQ 100. This isn't as far in the breakout process as SPY is, not even close, to be honest, but it's getting to a point here where, you know, you can see it drawn out. I have my alert right there, 285. That is a point where we have to break. The bulls have to break out of there for Triple Q to see any meaningful short-term rally, here in the next couple of weeks. And at this point, we're slightly above the moving averages, which is good. That's a good step. But again, if I zoom in here, 285 was the high, not only from earlier this week, but from the middle, not the middle, more like the beginning of October, on the 5th of October, and a couple days before that. So if 285 on Triple Q breaks, then we could see more upside. I'm thinking towards maybe 295, and if that were to break, maybe we fill the gap to about 310, 315. We shall see, guys. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's let it play out and set our alerts, which, again, my alert is set at $285 a share. So awesome day. I mean, today has just been one of those epic bounce back days, and we've been due for one of these. I mean, actually, now that I'm looking at it, now that I'm thinking about it, we have been moving up over the past 2 weeks, but the past roughly 2-3 days, there's been a lot of red, a lot of volatility, and especially in a lot of individual names that we've been covering here on the channel. So what do you guys think? Do you think this is a bull trap, a legitimate rally? Are we going to see more upside? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And with that being said, let's talk about oil. Let's see where this is trading at. I actually haven't looked at it here throughout the day today much. Right now, oil is right around 88 a barrel. So it's down about $1, roughly 1%, a little over 1% on the day. And now that I'm looking at it, if I zoom in a little bit, we're slightly above the moving averages on the 4-hour chart, but it is very clear to me that we're failing at a lower high at this point. You guys see that right here? We're getting some selling pressure like we did about 2.5 weeks ago, and like we did in the end of August. You guys see that? So in the very short term, this is vulnerable to a drop back under the moving averages, which are right around at $85 a barrel. And I'm telling you guys, if that point breaks, we're probably going to fill the gap down to about 80 a barrel. And if 80 a barrel breaks, it's going to get ugly on the downside. Let's put it that way. I think we might be going 75, 76, which you guys remember, that was a point of that was the low from a few weeks ago. So I'm putting my alert right now. Mark is at or below 85 a barrel. Let's set it right there. And let's say we break 90, 92 a barrel, maybe a little bit higher than that. Again, on the upside, there could be a push even further from there. But at this point, we have to wait for direction, not really getting much direction. And I'm assuming in the next couple of weeks, maybe even next week on oil here. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's going over 100 a barrel again, or are we going back towards 75 a barrel? And I'm sure a lot of you have seen today we had Exxon report earnings. Today when I'm filming this video, this went up 2.5%. We had Chevron as well, which went up about almost 1% on the day. It just hit a fresh high here on the 4-hour chart. So energy stocks are absolutely on fire, guys, and maybe I'll make another video on them. I made one, I think, last weekend talking more about, energy stocks in specific. Maybe I'll do another one here. Maybe next week we'll do another recap on energy stocks in general, because I know there's some of the hottest stocks right now in the stock market. So let's get into some of these stocks that I'm looking at here moving forward into this next month, being November of 2022. So let's talk. The first one is DXCM, which is also known as Dexcom, which when I'm filming this video, guys, today on October 28th, it is up 19%, and the markets are still open. We have about 5 minutes left until the bell. 19%. And it's completely breaking out of not only the highs from earlier this month, but we're taking out completely this uptrending channel. We're breaking out of it. And it looks like, to be honest, it wants to go for those highs from the beginning of April, which were right around $135. Now, I mean, it's probably going to pull back before it gets to those highs. It's very overbought at this point. The RSI is at 81 on the 4-hour chart, which is nuts. But, even with a pullback, it's probably trending towards that high from the beginning of April. That's where momentum is looking to be heading, at least to me, guys, at least in my opinion, right? Which, as always, I'm not a financial advisor. You must do your own research. I'm just breaking down charts here, going over what is going on from my perspective. And we saw earnings come out, I think today or yesterday, whenever it was. They did EPS of 28 cents versus 24 cents estimated on revenue of $769.6 million versus $751.71 million estimated. And they see full year revenue right in line with the guidance, actually a little bit above the guidance. Revenue of $2.88 billion to $2.91 billion versus $2.89 billion estimated. So not bad for Dexcom. And again, I can't stress this enough. It's overbought, so be mindful of that. There could be a pullback. In fact, I'm expecting a pullback. And once we get that, I'm in. That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm looking at this as a trade. And, I'm liking the momentum. So DXCM, another one that we have to look at here is, so it's Moomoo's 10-year anniversary, and to celebrate, they're doing a little something special here for a limited time. They're giving away $10 free guaranteed, plus up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000. All you guys got to do is use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo, deposit at least $100, and again, you get $10 guaranteed, plus up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000. Get your free money, link down below, and full disclosure, it helps out the channel as well, guys. And with that being said, let's dive back into the video. GameStop, GME is the ticker. Do you guys see this? It's starting to heat up again. It's up 9%, 8.5%, 9% when I'm filming, and it's finally starting to break back over these moving averages, which we haven't been above them since when the markets rallied back in August. You guys can see GameStop got all the way to 45, almost 50 a share, and since then, it's been in a not a bull market, a bear market, right? It's been destroyed. It's down what? It was down 40%, and now it's starting to turn back around. We're above the moving averages for the first time in 2.5 months, and we're getting towards those highs here from, when was that? The middle of September, end of September. So it's not fully breaking out yet, but the fact that it's breaking the moving averages, that's a good first step. Now, if we do break 30, that's going to be a good second step. And at that point, guys, we're probably going to get momentum, by the looks of it, towards the mid-30s, even the high 30s. That could be the next gap to fill. I mean, you guys can see here back in May, June, even heading into July a little bit, mid-high 30s was, the resistance point there. So that's the next gap, in my opinion, to fill to the upside on GameStop. Not looking bad at all, guys. Not too shabby. Watch out for it. We also have Mercado Libre, which this is heading into, next week, with earnings coming up, which is going to be interesting. And currently, when I'm filming this video, it's up $43 a share, 5% green day, which is nice. And again, earnings coming up, maybe not next week, the week after. No, it is next week on the 3rd of November. And look at it. It's testing the top of this channel right now. You guys can see that clear as day. We're right by the top of this channel at about 880, 900 bucks. If 900, 950 starts breaking, Mercado Libre could really start taking off. Maybe back towards 1,000, 1,100, maybe even higher than that. So I'm going to set my alert here. Mark is at or above. Maybe I should put two. I'll put one at 900. Then I'll put another one here at mark is at or above, 950 bucks a share. There we go. So watch out for Mercado heading into next week. I do like the setup here. And Vici Properties. Guys, did you see this one today? This is not a stock, so let me say that right now. Hence the name Vici Properties, right? It's a REIT. It's a real estate investment trust, and it's currently up 3.5%. I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but this is one of the REITs that I bought in the beginning of this year. Probably 9-10 months ago, whenever that was when I started buying it, and it's done very well for me. I was buying it in the I think 26, 27 range right there, 28 even, and it pays a nice dividend. And look at where it is now, 32 bucks. They just reported earnings here. I think revenue, what was it? I don't even know. 750 million versus 733 million estimated, not bad. So it looks like technically here it is heading to the top of this wedge. You guys see that? And we're actually testing the 180 SMA right now. So even though this is more of a longer term hold for me, I'm still looking at it as a trade as well. I might trade it in my trading account if it starts moving out, let's say above $33, maybe $32.50 even. So I'm going to set my alert at $32.50. We're right now at about $32.15. We're not going to break $32.50 today. Markets are about to close in 15 seconds, but I'll set it. We'll see what happens next week, guys, here on Vici Properties. I'm liking the way it's setting up. And the next one here is NVIDIA, which all you guys in my Patreon know, I bought an initial position of NVIDIA at 121 bucks a share, and there goes the markets, guys. Last trading day, or actually no, is it the last trading day of November or of October? Maybe we have one more. Wait, I got to look at that now. But either way, where was I? I was buying, or I bought a little bit of NVIDIA at, let's see, yep, we have one more trading day, Monday, 31st. I was buying NVIDIA at 121. Now look at it, guys. It's starting to get away from me. That always happens when I'm trying to build up a position. Now, granted, I mean, it's only been a week or 2 weeks since I bought it, but it is up 17 bucks from where I initiated the position. It went up 5% today, which is nice. And overall, I think I'm up, let's see, I don't even know, 8% or what, more than that. Geez, 15%. I mean, and I just started buying it again about a week and a half ago. So that's good. I'm even considering, I'm like, should I just take the short-term gain and just cash up and just wait and see if it comes back down to 108? That thought's crossing my mind right now, guys. I'm not going to lie, because I just bought it not even a week ago, maybe 10 days ago, and I'm already up 15%. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I lock those profits in and run, or should I hold out and if it starts coming back low hundreds, buy more? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Seriously, I'm in a little dilemma right now. So NVIDIA, it's starting to break. I mean, it's starting to reverse above the moving averages for the first time here on the 4-hour chart since the middle, beginning, end of August. You guys see that? And I have a feeling, I mean, this could, in the short term, heading into earnings even, which are in the middle of November, this could easily rip back to 150, especially if these markets remain hot like they have been and we break those key levels that we mentioned earlier in the video. I mean, this could really start heating up, which I'm kind of in a dilemma. Again, should I lock in the profits right now? Should I hold? Should I maybe risk it and hold it for another week or two, banking on it going to 150, which that's probably not the smartest thing to do? Or should I just hold it for the long term and just forget about it? All right, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Again, I'm interested to see what you would do. So AbbVie, let's pull that up. AbbVie reported this morning, this is ABBV, they ended up doing EPS of $3.66 versus $3.59 estimated, which beat, and they ended up missing on revenue, $14.81 billion versus $14.96 billion estimated. And we can see here on the 4-hour chart, guys, we pulled back pretty aggressively throughout the course of today from about 153 in the pre-market. We got to the low of the day being 142, so it was down 8% at one point, and it closed down 4%. But what we're noticing is, even though it was a red day, a lot of selling pressure, we are getting buying pressure above the moving averages on the 4-hour chart, which is not the worst sign. I mean, it looks like we shook out some weak hands, profit taking, whatever you want to call it. Well, it's probably not profit taking, or maybe it is. I mean, it's ran up a ton in the past couple of weeks, but we're holding trend. That's the key here, and it looks like it's still reversing on the 4-hour chart. So AbbVie, guys, watch it. Ticker symbol ABBV. It could be a mover here moving into the early days of November, mid-November. Heck, maybe all of November. It looks pretty decent. I'm not going to lie. What do you guys think? And the last one, which went ballistic today when I'm filming this video, guys, is Gilead Sciences. Ticker symbol GILD. Unfreaking believable. Up 13% on the day today. And this chart looks like it's just going to the moon. I mean, think about going to the moon. That's what this chart looks like. Now, with that being said, going back to the first stock of today, which was Dexcom, it's pretty overbought. In fact, Gilead is way more overbought than Dexcom. So for the same reason why I said I'm staying away from Dexcom in the short term, I'm saying that here with Gilead in the very short term, because I think momentum's clearly there to the upside, but it's got to pull back in the short term. And when it does, if it does come down to a decent range, whether it be 70 to 72, maybe lower than that, I don't know, this could be one worth picking up some shares on the dip. At least that's how I'm thinking. I'm not telling you guys what to do. I'm just thinking out loud, right? And you know, it's been killing it. The stock's been killing it over the past couple of months, and really the past couple of weeks especially. So it's one worth watching. But again, on a pullback, in my opinion, it's too hot now. And you know, buying here, you could make money, but it's very freaking dangerous. I mean, honestly, I might even consider shorting it at this point and try to play both sides of it, right? If that makes sense to you guys. So what do you think? I'm going to wrap the video up here. If you all enjoyed it, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe and let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to get your $10 plus up to 15 stocks from Moomoo, each up to $2,000. All you got to do is use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. Deposit at least $100. And again, you get that free money. And with that being said, guys, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.